That's a good goal for Peter Weir. Now Aberdeen with McGee making the break and Hewitt waiting in the middle. Yes!
Welcome to the Full-Time Review, sponsored and supported by Saltire Energy, who I'm delighted in recent days renewed their annual sponsorship with ABTV. My thanks to Mike Logie and Craig Cameron for their continued support. And also by Craig International, a truly global company with 10 offices strategically placed around the world. The future of global procurement is right here. And if you want my advice, go and check them out at www.craig-international.com. So there we go. Better late than never. Our debutant, Topi Keskinen, getting the winner. Came on as a second half substitute and made all the difference. 90 plus 2 minutes. It put us through to the quarterfinals of the Premier Sports Scottish League Cup, where we will face Spartans. What a great draw for us. At Pittodrie, the game will be played on either the 21st or the 22nd of September. What an opportunity to get back to Hampden. Hi everybody, how you doing? A very warm welcome this Monday night to Alibeg ABTV. This is the Full-Time Review Show where we look back on the game against Queen's Park at Pittodrie, and dearie me, didn't we make hard work of it? Oh my goodness. But at the end of the day, I don't care about making hard work of it because we're through. We win again, 7 wins on the trot. And the most important thing is that we got through to the next stage. So I have to absolutely tip my hat to Queen's Park, who I thought were quite simply fantastic on the day. I don't know if you saw the preview show that we put out, and we had Barry Nicholson on, who gave us a bit of a unique insight into how they were going to prepare for the game. And by goodness, didn't they get it absolutely spot on? And thankfully, we were able to go into the break all square because they had the better chances. I thought we started to settle into the game a lot more in the second half. I just thought things started to calm down for us. Started to pass the ball a lot better. Just started to get through the transition. Started to look a little bit dangerous. Esther Sokler's goal. I know the angle's difficult, but for me, that's... I know it's touch and go, but, you know... For me, it was too tight to call. And I think if it's too tight to call without VAR, we should always give the benefit of the doubt to the attacking player. For me, that's the spirit of the game. But absolutely delighted that Toppy came on and, you know, got his goal. And honestly, what a signing this boy could be for us. So come on then, get in touch. Let me know what you thought overall. A couple of bits and pieces of housekeeping to do just before we sort of move on and generally look back. I'd just like to thank Paul Hannon, Rodney J. Lenny and Graham Watson, who over the past 24 hours or so have signed up to the Alibeg ABTV subscription membership scheme here on the channel, where the guys have very kindly donated what is a very small subscription to the channel. It just continues to help me build the channel here. And I'm sure that you can already see that we are really starting to develop new graphics, a new look. I'm going to be very soon investing in new equipment as well. And we're still working on hopefully trying to bring the reporter to ABTV. Got a meeting set up this week with the college, so I'm hoping to get that sorted and get that over the line as well. I'm really excited about that. So guys, thank you so much for contributing to the channel. Again, it's just another fantastic step forward for me and Alibeg ABTV. So guys, thank you so much. Did you see the news today about Ryan Duncan? So Ryan Duncan has gone on loan to Queen's Park for the season. I personally think it's an excellent move for the young man. I think he needs regular first team football. I think he will find it now very difficult to break into the side with the quality of the signings that we've recently brought in. So I think as a career move, this is absolutely what Ryan needs. And I'm sure you'll all agree that we wish him nothing but the very best for this upcoming season. Go and absolutely smash it, Ryan. So, we'll begin with the team news that Jimmy picked, and it was just the one change. So, Jack Milne came in for the suspended Slobodan Rubicic. That was Jack's 16th appearance for the Dons overall. Nicky Devlin played his 60th game for the club. Jimmy said this after the game. It was a difficult game. We had some opportunities in the first half, but they also had two really strong chances. But we stayed in the game and tried to be consistent. And I think in the second half, we tried to attack them more from the sides and go for some crosses. I think that was our solution. He went on to say, I'm really happy with how they performed because it's easy to get frustrated and then you can lose the game on a transition or whatever. It is also good how the fans don't let the frustrations take over. They stay with us and pushed us to the last minute. That's why we can get this extra energy to win these games. So again, a very honest post-match interview. Let me just give you the match stats. There they are. I'll just chuck them in for you. So you can sort of have a quick look overall how it went from a statistical point of view. So we enjoyed 66% of possession. In total, 14 shots, of which 7 were on target, 6 were off target, 1 blocked. And during the game, we managed to win 8 corners. Right, so tonight is basically all about you guys. So let's get you on and let's get your thoughts. Okay, so let's go live. Let me just bring this down. There we are. Oh, I'm delighted to see so many of you on tonight. That's absolutely fantastic. Nearly 170 of you on. Thank you so much. Right, just let me throw that to the top. Okay, Gordon Keith Ritchie came on first of all. Hi, Gordon. He says, good evening all. We played not too bad and at least got a result. Never easy against lower division teams, but into the next round. Gavin Wilson says, good evening. I really like the look of the new winger Toppy, and I'm really looking forward to seeing Antti Palaversa and what he can do. Strikers aren't convincing enough as yet. We'll come on to that in a minute. Chilling has wished everyone a good evening and said fit like. Michael Findlay is here. Hi, Michael. Good evening, all. Agree with you, Gavin. Toppy looks like he could be a right handful for the opposition. Oh, I thought he looked great when he came on, didn't you? Sugarland has wished everyone a good evening. Lopez has really left us in the lurch here. Talking about Jerk, right? What an opportunity for him. And here we are with a real striker weakness. Sokler may come good, but I doubt it. We need a new front man. Yeah, it's been very interesting over the past few weeks, particularly now that Bojan has moved on and that Bojan was obviously not starting games at the beginning of the season, where Esther was starting games, that the jury appears still to be out with Esther. But I do think there's a player there. I thought he took his goal well. I was gutted for him because obviously strikers thrive on confidence and goals. So, but I agree. I agree with most of your comments that we do need to bring in another striker. Donna and Ali Mitchell are here. Hi, guys. Aye, folks. I'm liking how the teams are gradually getting harder by the time we get to Rangers and Celtic. We will be ready. Well, here's hoping. Gavin has said that he thinks we're missing Clarkson and Pulvara. Kaiser's on, wishing everyone a good evening. Colin Gale has said, I've seen a few of these types of games at Pittodrie and often left without a positive result. The key thing was they were patient and they kept playing football and did not resort to hoofball. That's the big difference, isn't it? There was no, even though, it was creeping towards extra time, I didn't have any sort of qualms about us going to extra time. Because what I was actually enjoying was the fact that we were still playing football. We were still getting the ball down. We were playing it on the deck. We were bringing players into play. Toppy, I thought, made a big difference. And I liked that. Go back a season, we would have just been hoofing the ball up the park without being creative or thinking about a way to break teams down. And I think we can already see that difference, which is great. Guys, I said 7 out of 7. Can't complain. Richard Mickey McMillan is here. Good evening, everybody. He said, wasn't impressed with the final third at the weekend. Took a brilliant piece of play to clinch it. Yeah, I'll take your point. It wasn't great. Come on, let's be honest. It wasn't great. Graham Clark has said, good evening, dandies. Hope you're all well. I'm doing just fine, thank you, Graham. Not the best of games on Saturday, but in cup games, it's all about the win. Great opportunity to get to the semi. Kaiser has said, Toppy looks like a great signing. Bojan who? Suze on, wishing everyone a good evening. Graham Clark said about Ryan away on loan. He says, for me, it's a great move for everyone. I believe a player should be showing their quality and ready for the first team football by the age of 18 or 19. Ryan hasn't quite achieved that yet, he said. John Grant has said, another weekend, another win. Not so convincing, but who cares? We are through. Great draw. Next round 2. So, talking about our next game, which is obviously against Kilmarnock on Sunday. So what did you make of Kilmarnock contemplating going to the football authorities and asking them to postpone Sunday's game so that they are fully prepared, obviously, for their game in Europe, and then they've got enough rest? Okay, this is where I'm at with it. Personally, I don't have an issue with it, but I think the timing is all wrong. So what I think should have happened, and again, this is where I don't think the administrators of our game think out of the box enough. I'm all for, apart from the Glasgow 2, I am all for helping Scottish clubs compete in Europe. So I'm talking about us, your Kilmarnocks, your St Mirrens, these type of guys. I have no issue with trying to help them. I think as a collective, we should come together. Forget Celtic and Rangers. I don't care about them. They can take care of their own. But I think when it comes to sort of the smaller clubs, I don't have an issue with helping them. But this should have been done before the start of the season. So in terms of Kilmarnock asking for the game to be postponed, no, absolutely not. I'm sorry, but your timing is all off. You can't ask for games to be postponed once the season has started. Hearts had to put up with it a couple of seasons ago. We had to put up with it last season. And for me, you can't do it once the season starts. This should have been done before the season starts. But overall, I don't have an issue with it. Just to reiterate the point, it should have been done before the season, not now. So where I stand is this. No, don't postpone the game on Sunday. Absolutely not. Nothing happened for anybody else. But if you're going to do it going forward, then let's have a chat and let's think about it for the start of next season. The only problem with that is obviously there's pros and there's cons, fixture congestion, blah, blah, blah. Baz Strachan is here wishing everyone a good evening. He says, good to get through on Saturday and Cup semi-final in our grasp now. Still thinking we're short up front as Papa and Ambrose and Sokla still need time to cut it. Mike Robertson is wishing everybody a good evening. Stuart Malcolm has said, Saturday was the perfect example of getting the job done. Not pretty at times, but through to the next round. I will take it all the way to the final. Gavin Wilson has said, I hope we get to see more of Fletcher Boyd too. Yeah, I agree with that. I hope so too, mate. Kaiser said, Toppy reminds me a bit of the boy Constant Telius from Pauk. Same direct running with complete control of the ball. Angie Jameson, you are an absolute superstar. As we've come on air, Angie has also signed up to the Ali Beg ABTV membership scheme. Angie, thank you so much for your support. Let's get in touch and let's have a wee natter. Musical Box is on saying hello. Sugarland has said, here's my problem. No real cover in central defence and no striking options 25-ish million taken in for 4 years, not including Euro earnings. We need to replace Bojan. Mad Ferret is on, asking how everybody is. Keith Shepherd has said, when is Angus due back? Well, he's already back now, mate. Michael Findlay is saying no way that game should be moved. Graham Clark said, in terms of that topic, my opinion, it's shocking ourselves and others who had Europe have to deal with it Thursday to Sunday. Why can't they? Yep. David Quantrill is here. Hi, David. Queen's Park plays well and probably deserved extra time. Cracking goal. I don't think under any of the previous managers we get that goal. We should have just thrown the ball into the box. Keith Shepherd has said, great draw. Next up, the quarters. Musical Box says, I tend to agree we need a new striker. Not sure we can wait for Sokla to improve. Matthew Cool is here, wishing everyone a good evening. I'm doing just fine, thank you, Matthew. Kirstine is here. Good evening, Ali and my fellow dandies. Just glad we got through on Saturday, especially after Sokla's goal being disallowed for offside, as I didn't think he was offside at the time. Lorraine Baxter, I knew you'd come on tonight, Lorraine. If you remember, in the preview show, Lorraine quite magnificently predicted a 1-0 win to Aberdeen, and she's back, and she said, wasn't a great watch on Saturday, but what a prediction. Bravo! Chris Clark has said, good evening, Ali and all. Another game and another win. Great draw in the quarters also. Not as comfortable as we would have liked, but the job done. Think we may need to spend a bit on a striker though. Kaiser has said, we've certainly had the luck of the draw in the cup, haven't we just? Steve Williamson has said, hope everyone is well. I think we huffed and puffed on Saturday, but credit to credit to Queen's Park. Their keeper played a stormer. What about Toppy? What a player we have there. DM has said, hope everybody is well. Treble is still on, stand free. Bastracken has said, a player in the ilk of Adam Rooney is what we need. Great poacher and finisher, and would be great in this team. Missing that cutting edge up front with no Bojan. Sugarland said, Vinny came on and really made things click again. Yeah, I thought Vinny did just fine when he came on. Derek Griffiths has said, was so relieved when Toppy got the winner, was dreading extra time and penalties, but it's all about getting to the next round. Phil McLean says, must be a good feeling to get a debut goal. Maybe he'll get called up for Scotland with a winking emoji. Winking emoji. Yeah, a lot of you have said how you all thought Esther Sokla was onside for the goal. Doug Smith said, could have been behind twice, but never was easy against lower division sides. Spot on, Toppy. Vinny makes a difference, playing well. Come on, you Reds. Transmission GGB said, goal scorer number 13 of the season so far, and we will have more goal scorers than all of Miovski's goals last season at this rate. Already, some of you are sort of predicting the team for the game against Kilmarnock at the weekend. Chris Clark, for example, has said, I hope Vinny starts at the weekend, as well as Keskinen, in place of Shaden Morris and Papa Gay. George Finlay said, great to get through and a great draw for us. Great goal to win the game. Say hi to Linda. Hi, Linda. How you doing? DM says, this weekend's game show a 18-team league would be great for a top division, but it'll never happen though. Quite a few of you are talking about Vinny, how well he played, and how you're hoping you would like to see more. Rodney, who just signed up to the membership scheme, has commented, said, fantastic show to watch, great memories of Aberdeen Football Club. Thank you, Rodney. Love it that you're enjoying it, mate. Dave B said, whilst I'm happy with the result, it did show that Pape and Morris are not the answer. Whilst decent pros, they're too often making the wrong decisions at the decisive moments. Angie came back to say she's so excited about this season. What a signing Toppy is, and has to start with Vinny on the right. Duncan's loan move, long overdue, absolutely the correct thing for him to do. Jim Balfour, I said 21 goals, 13 different goal scorers this season. It's great, isn't it, Jim? Kilted Warriors reminding everybody to hit the old like button. So while you're doing that, because not far from that old like button is this. $3,750 subscribers so far. We're well on our way now to getting to 3,800. So the target, I'm going to set myself a target of trying to get to 4,000 subscribers before the end of the year. If we can do that, oh my giddy aunt, wouldn't that be cool? It doesn't cost anything to subscribe, by the way. Just press the old button, you'll get the notifications, and you'll just be helping the channel massively. Steve Leslie is on. Hi Steve, how are you? Barry Cooler said, good evening dandies. A win is a win. We're into the next round. At least we never celebrated like we had won it. Yeah, did you see that? The Rangers game against St Johnstone. Did you see that? Dearie me. I have no issues with players going over to the fans. Of course not. And acknowledging the fans. But yeah, okay. Transmission GGB said Vinny has to start and see if he can play like that from the first whistle and give us that width for most of the game. SITV said it's a shame Duke has gone AWOL. I think he could have played in the middle and Talene would have got the best out of him. I'm at the end of my tether with the Duke stuff, I really am. Mark Yule says, good evening dandies, was over for the game, we did enough to get through and was impressed with Queen's Park, great goals from Toppy, impressed with Malloy, he defends well and puts it into Rose Ed when required. I like this lad, I think he's playing really well for us. Graham Gibbs said, in defence of Sokler, Papagay and Devlin tried shots from an acute angle when Sokler was better placed. Phil McCracken, while we've been on air, you have also signed up to the Ali Beg ABTV membership scheme. Phil, thank you so much. Guys, honestly, you absolutely blow me away. You really do with your support. Thank you. Thank you. So the striker topic is very much prevalent tonight. So many of you are commenting on it. So, yeah. It's what we need to do. It is what we need to do. Duncan Wright said he agreed with me about the postponement of the game on Sunday at such short notice. Fans have made arrangements to attend. Should have suggested this before the season had started. Fred McKenzie said, I'm not for the Killie game postponement. No chance. Gavin Wilson is reminding everybody that that would mean 2 weeks without our players playing because let's not forget the international break is coming up soon. Dave B said it should have been decided before. Now Aberdeen are in a difficult position. Now if we refuse, we will create an incentive for them at the weekend, and if we agree, we break our momentum. Yeah, it's a double-edged sword almost, isn't it? AJ Murison makes a good point, right? I'm going to take my time with this. He says, looking forward to hearing commentators getting tongue-tied on Ante, Dante, and Palaversa and Palvara. It's going to be good fun. Simi said, we were sometimes playing 4 games in 9 days when we were in the conference last year. If you qualify for Europe now, you know what you're getting yourself in for. Tavis Thompson said, totally agree, Ali. I think we should try to help our Scottish clubs as much as possible, but poor timing. Fraser Gunn, hi Fraser, he said the Killie game. My opinion, it's too late to move it on now. Not fair that fans have made plans to travel for the game for it to be shifted. For me, the club needs to refuse to move it at this late notice. I don't think they will. I'll be astonished if they agree to it. Just about all of you has said no, absolutely not. Ross Thompson said, a very hard-fought game. I did not think at any point we were going to lose the game. We played it to the end to get the win. Tavis Thompson said, a good chance we could be top going into the international break with this form. Oh, wouldn't that be nice? Alan George said he'll take a 1-0 every single cup game. Forbes McFarlane is saying, can we give the young strikers a chance? There we go. Right, guys, we're just coming up to just over 25 minutes now. Alexander Wallace said, evening dandies, don't care about a late goal. It just shows we're keeping it. We are going to keep at it for the whole game, like what we're seeing in the team's attitude. Fans were great as usual. They certainly were. Kaiser said, looking forward to seeing Palaversa. What I've seen of him on the highlights, he looks like a fair player. Alan George says, I think we're fine with the strikers that we have. No European football this season. I'd go with what we have until January. Yeah, there we go. Right, guys, we're just coming up to half an hour. Guys, says, don't stop now, Ali. We're just getting going. Yeah, I'm going to call it a night, guys, because it's getting dark outside and I don't have lights on my bike. Right, guys, thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed the show. Thank you for coming on and contributing, as always. Great to see so many numbers on tonight. And to all of you who subscribed to the membership scheme, thank you so much. So don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, which is completely free. The membership scheme is completely different. And I will see you during the week for the preview show ahead of the Kilmarnock game. Let's hope there will be a Kilmarnock game. Take good care of yourselves. Have a fantastic week. And I'll see you all soon. Stand free.